Without further ado, I bring unto you your host of the evening, the guy who puts this all together using his wife's electricity. Let's give it up to Jerry Karnes. Yeah. All right, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, we got nobody on this. What's wrong with the areas? What's going on the screen? What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday night. Thank you all for watching this with us, hearing our little watch party and all that. You know, we've got some awesome comics because that's all I do is I bring awesome comics to bring on to each and every one of you. With that said, I forgot what I said. Obviously, this show was brought to you by marijuana. I love marijuana. Anybody else here smoke marijuana, or am I alone?
No, just edibles.
Just edibles. It's like I only bake my shit, okay? I bake my goods so I can get baked goods, okay? That's awesome. Wait, well, and that's crazy because we're all here in Texas, and just so you guys know, Texas, whether you ever decide to legalize or not, we're still gonna smoke it, no matter what. No matter what, you can quarantine us. Hell, all you're doing is making us grow our own shit. That's what we're doing. Then the summertime's coming around, the heat's just about good. You start putting on those little sprinklers around plants and everything in your attic. I don't have an attic. Nobody laughed at that one. Hey, we're always trying new shit because you know what? We're in quarantine and we're thinking of fucking jokes all the time and we have no idea if they work or not. So we try them now before we could go on stage and back and forth and people. You know what I miss about doing comedy live? I miss people throwing fucking beers at me. I miss it, you know? And I miss the times when they barely missed me. I have never been hit by a beer, but they've come pretty damn close, and I miss that shit. You know what I would do right now to have a beer thrown at me? I'd go piss off my wife. But she doesn't throw stuff like if she throws it at me, she'll just be like, "Oh, shut up." No. I miss not even waiting for it. Where I'm talking, it just zooms across my face and gets me all wet in the ear and everything. And I miss that, man. You know what I really miss? Guys, do you guys know what I really miss? I miss doing cocaine with strangers. I do. And granted, times were always scary, you know? I mean, I'm already gonna be 40 years old. We've lived through anthrax scares and shit, you know? And we still did cocaine.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's very true. We never really gave it. There was Ebola. People were bleeding out of their faces, and we were still like, "Hey, bro, can I get 2 for 30?"
Oh my god.
Doing cocaine with strangers after shows, that's always the best part of comedy. That really brings people together. One time, did I ever tell you guys, I got wired with Jason Voorhees. Yeah, Zach, don't laugh. Jason Voorhees. I got wired with Jason Voorhees. You know the guy from Friday the 13th, right? Big old guy, you know. It was awesome. He was down over here in El Paso, you know. It was warmer down here for the winter, so he came down from Camp Crystal Lake and shit. And he walks up to me, you know, he's at Ascarate Lake over here. And he walks up to me with machete in his hand, and he looks at me in the eye, and he tells me, when he told me that, I looked at him and I go, hell yeah, I know where to get an 8-ball. I was like, hold on, let me make the call, you know, so I get on my phone. Hello? Hey, what's up? Hey, I was wondering if, you know, I'm partying with a homeboy over here. We're over here at Ascarate. No, we don't have a grill or anything going. There's no picnic. No need to for you to come over and chill. We're looking for an 8-ball. Yeah. Hey, hold on, bro, I got you. I know I already owe you $40 from before. Which is fucked up because you said 2 for $30, but I understand the interest. But I was wondering if maybe you can just like hook it up really, really, really fat, because it's not for me, it's for my homeboy. That's right, it's not for me, it's for my homeboy. Yeah, hey, but hurry up, don't take forever. Yeah. Okay, I love you too, Mom, bye. And next thing you know, my mom shows up, you know, and she's ready, you know, she hooked it up nice and fat, and I looked at Jason and I go, hey, what's up, dog? I got this. I got some good. And he's all, well, break it up. Give me the machete. Give me your machete. So he gives me his machete, right? I got machete in the hand. I've got the 8-ball right there. And I just went to work. I just... Yeah, no way, it's almost ready. I grabbed that shit, sprinkled some on there, done. Make some lines. Jason, you're new to El Paso. That line is for you, bro. And I go, I'm from El Paso, Central. This line is for me. Now, I don't know about you guys. I don't know about the comics. I don't know if you guys know about cokeheads. There's different types of cokeheads. There's sneezers amongst cokeheads. Those are the worst people that you can ever do cocaine with. I mean, sure, there's a Popeye. Have you ever gotten wired with a Popeye? Popeye's just chilling there. He's like... Anyway, that shit sucks, bro. Can I call my guy, bro? Let's call my guy, bro. He's got some good shit. I didn't even feel that. Oh my God. Hey, bro, can I have one more, bro? Can I try one more? Huh? Just so I can do it. Yeah, bro, here, do it. Anyway, what the fuck's going on with your lights, fool? You need to fix that shit, bro. I'm gonna call my guy, bro, because your shit sucks, bro. But then you get the sneezers. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a gagger. I'm a gagger myself. You know, I'm like... Anyway, that's some good shit, lady, you know? That's me. But then there's the sneezers. They're the worst. They're the ones, like, you know, they do it, they're like... Hey, that was like $30 you blew off the table, bro. You didn't even put in on this shit, man. Well, he's a sneezer, and guess what? Not only is he a sneezer, Jason Voorhees sneezes like a bitch. Like a straight up bitch. Like, you think he's a big monster, and when he sneezes, he's like, roar, and his face mask goes flying off. He gets you in the back and you're dead, right? No. When he sneezes like a bitch. This is him, okay? He's like... jokes like that make 6 feet the social distancing thing, you know? I think stages, when we come back, I think stages should have plexiglass. Have you guys noticed they're putting plexiglass on everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You go to 7-Eleven and you gotta reach under it. You're like at the bank and they're, hey, can I please have my beer back, please? Can I see your ID? And you gotta slap your ID on the glass and then you gotta turn it around so they can scan it. It's like, now you fuckers think of this shit. Why didn't you guys do all that shit before? I didn't want to touch you fuckers in the first place, you know? Sometimes the bitch behind, I'm not lying, there was times when the bitch, I give her my beer so she can scan it, she grabs my fucking beer, and then when I get my beer, it smells like puta. You know, it's got all that Bath and Body Works cream on it, it's like, what the fuck? And then I get home to my wife, and my wife is like, you were with another bitch. She was like, no, it was this puta at 7-Eleven. You were with a puta at 7-Eleven? No, the puta at 7-Eleven grabbed my fucking beer, and she left it smelling like skank. I'm sorry. Are you guys ready to have a good time, or what's up?
Yeah.
All right, cool, because so am I. We've got a virtual audience. It's cool, it's crazy. They haven't laughed at any of my jokes, but it's not because I'm not funny. It's because they have their shit on mute, okay, people? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost switch off. So to our comics, your first one of the evening.
Ouch. I like that one.
Oh man, that's one of my oldest jokes, believe it or not. I wrote that when I was in like 4th grade.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I was getting wired. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
1978.
1970. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get some music playing here. Give you guys some. All right, it was here. Cool. Yeah, I remember how to use it. You don't use it, you'll lose it. All right. Miss Jennifer, got you on the camera now, okay? I'll introduce you. Ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, your first comedian of this evening is a very, very, very funny young lady hailing from Lubbock, Texas, and living in the Midland, Odessa area. Let's give a huge, huge welcome and applause to Miss Jennifer McNeely.
Thank y'all. Wow. That was a very warm applause. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jerry, for having me out. This is a great distraction from the lamest apocalypse ever. Yeah, I was prepared for the apocalypse. I was. Full disclosure, I live in West Texas. I was expecting some Mad Max shit to go down. I was wanting polecats, the Thunderdome, all that shit. I've got hand sanitizer and toilet paper shortages. What the fuck? I don't get it, y'all. Before this corona shit happened, I was actually staying in Odessa, Texas. Jerry is right about that. And in case y'all didn't know, Odessa was named the most dangerous city in Texas by Texas Monthly. Yeah, not to brag, but I could totally tell the difference between fireworks and gunshots. Yeah. There was no way I was staying in that place during a pandemic. I moved back up home to the Lubbock area. That's where I come from. And incidentally, the reason I say Lubbock area is because that is the closest landmark that is not a cow or a meth lab. Yeah. I went back up to my family home outside of a small town called Smyre, Texas. Don't worry about it if you haven't heard of it. Nobody has. I'm telling you. There's about 250 people. It don't have a convenience store, nothing. Growing up, I had to go to other small towns to envy their amenities. Yeah, it's like, man, y'all got a blinking light? That is classy as hell. And we didn't even live in town, y'all. I am not a citizen of Smyre, Texas. I'm one of the crazy hill people. I did graduate from Smyre. Good commentary from someone I can't see on the screen. But I did graduate from Smyre High School. I did. That's my alma mater. I graduated valedictorian because I know words like alma mater. And after graduation, I moved into town. I have not been back in the country since this bullshit started. And y'all, I am missing some things from civilization. Pizza delivery's the big one. I mean, there is just something about a big, hot pizza delivered right to your damn door. I love food. I do. It don't matter. It can be sweet, sour, savory, salty. I'm going to destroy that shit. Unless it's celery, because fuck celery. Yeah, fuck celery. That is a hill I will die on. And fuck anybody who turns it into a fun snack. You know the people I'm talking about, too. You, lady, you look like one. Yeah. Come carrying a platter of celery. You're trying to hide under some peanut butter and raisins. I see you there. And then you got to take a piece, eat it like it's good, just like, oh, isn't this a fun snack? Isn't this a... No, Tiffany.
I don't know if you're confused.
Celery is not fun. Celery is lettuce that gained water weight and got sad. That's why it tastes like chlorophyll and regret. I do not miss my neighbors, though. I have to say, I am not a fan of neighbors. I love being out in the middle of nowhere for that reason. Because I never understood it. I didn't. Neighbors always want to come out, talk to you and shit. And literally the only thing I know about them is they live next door to me. Well, I had one neighbor, cute little old man, called me Janice. And in case y'all can't read this little name under here, Janice isn't my fucking name. But he called me that for so long, it became kind of awkward to correct him. So I really did consider legally changing my name to Janice for a little while there. Just live my life doing Janice things, you know? Speaking of things going awesome in my life, I get mistaken for a man at least once a month. That's a fun fact about me.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. And I love telling that joke, I do, because it's always kind of a 50-50 split. Like, half of the people look at me and they're like, well, I don't see how that hot, nifty thing could be a man. And then the other half are already assuming I'm a drag queen, so they're really confused. And I am sorry for any genitals I may have confused in this process. But to be fair, y'all were the ones looking, you know what I mean? No, it used to bother me. It did. It used to be something that really, really bothered me. But then I grew up and I realized I'm a grown-ass woman with a ton of unearned male privilege. You cannot buy that. I was not born with a penis, but I did discover that if you tromp around long enough in work boots and flannel, people are going to make assumptions about you. I don't get hassled at the hardware store. They don't ask me stupid shit like, ma'am, do you need help? And are you sure you're certified to operate a forklift? Nah, they just let me go. The one problem is that some people do come up to me and ask for my advice because I seem knowledgeable. On that, do not ask me for home repair advice because one of two things are going to happen. Either one, I have to admit my ignorance, or two, I'm going to have to make some shit up. So either way, somebody's coming away from that experience hurting. But no, I never learned much about home repairs. My daddy, bless his heart, he passed away in 2018. And before he passed away, he taught me so much stuff. The kind of stuff only 6 degrees from college, 2 of which being mastered, by the way, can teach a person. And I'm sure if any of that learning had involved home repairs, he would have nailed that shit, but it did not. My daddy could fix stuff, but kinda. You know what I mean? Like flip the light and the toilet flushes kind of shit. Yeah, that was him. If y'all wonder, incidentally, if your dad was shady where home repairs are concerned, go in and flush a toilet right now. How confident are you in that toilet flush? I mean, do you push the handle down and walk away confident in the knowledge that the world's a good and fair place? Yeah, that's great. Congratulations. Your dad could fix shit. I have to watch every flush to completion every single time. So please do not let this macho exterior fool you. I do not know home repairs, and this mustache is mostly for show. So I'm single. Yeah, I am. I'm single. Single-ish, actually. I like to say single-ish because here's the thing. My husband and I are separated, and I feel like saying that we're separated gives the marriage way more hope than the marriage warrants. Yeah, because, I mean, we ain't getting back together, y'all. We ain't. We're just too damn poor to afford lawyers. Yeah.
Oh my
I call
God.
my first husband my practice husband because emotionally unavailable asshole didn't roll off the tongue quite as well. Yeah. I was married twice, by the way. Made that mistake twice. 1 credit for time served. Thank you very much. This current soon-to-be ex, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to call him. Maybe something like, don't want to fuck with him too much because I still want access to Netflix husband, something like that. Yeah. I should have known something was wrong with that marriage anyway when I started imagining I was someone else when we were fucking. Just like, man, if he was banging Karen, I would be binge watching Stranger Things so hard. So that went well. We don't have any kids though. That thankfully, y'all are welcome, by the way. Nobody wants to be a part of that train wreck. But we don't have kids. We do have 3 dogs. They're currently staying with him. I'm kind of sad about that, but you know, it is what it is. I love my dogs. I love dogs in general because dogs are like fuzzy little toddlers who are hopped up on adrenaline and pure love. I mean, my dogs were up my ass 24/7. And I gotta say, I don't mind it that much because as a stand-up comic, that's the closest I'm ever gonna get to groupies. I do find it funny that when you go into the vet, you have to call your dog by its full Christian name. I think that's really, really weird. I had to take one of my dogs in one time and walked up to the receptionist. I'm like, yeah, I got an appointment for Dozer. And she's like, what's the last name? And I was like, you know, how many Dozers are there on the books for the night and for the day? And so I decided to have a little fun with it. I was like, McNeely, heir to the vast McNeely fortune. And she looked at me and she was like, I'm going to need you to calm down, sir. All right, that is my time. Thank y'all so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get up to Miss Jennifer McNeely. Hey yeah. Give her some love. You guys at home, send her some emojis and shit, not me. Alright. The next comic, he's actually hailing from Albuquerque, New Mexico, but now lives in Coppell, Texas, right there around Dallas. Very funny guy. He's not new to the game, but he's pretty damn good for being new to the game. But the guy you can tell, he's lived a life. Let's give a round of applause to Mr. Zach Sprung, everybody.
What's going on, everybody? Out there in virtual land. Man, there's some winners and some losers out of this coronavirus, that's for sure. I would say that I'm a loser just because my last name isn't Lysol or Kleenex or anything like that. If it was, I would love this pandemic right now. I think really, I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, but I think the biggest winners out of all of this are the pets. Our pets, right? Like, maybe they even did this whole thing, right? I mean, can you imagine a better scenario? 24/7, your humans are home, never leave the house. It's perfect, right? I think they should do Secret Life of Pets number 3 as that theme right there, man, you know? That'd be our pets, for sure. Little bastards, man. You know, really, I think the other big loser in this whole thing, too, is goth kids, right? Like, they pride themselves on being real original in their fashion, and now everybody's wearing face masks. Poor kids. I'm sure Hot Topic is pissed off, too, man, you know? Man, have you guys seen Tiger King, right? Joe Exotic there? Yeah, everybody's seen that jam right there. It's great, right? Like, I've seen it now, and I was really excited, right? But not for the same reason as a lot of other people. Like, I was really excited because I thought to myself, you know what? Finally, we're going to have, like, a redneck guy that's not going to come off racist. Because he's gay, right? So I figure a gay tiger trainer, like, for sure, this guy's going to be cool, right? And he was at first, and then now all of a sudden I see videos of him going off on these rants. Like, I saw this one the other day, like, why he couldn't say the N-word, he was all upset. And I never get it when white people do that. It's like, you can't say it because you can't say it, okay? We have lots of words that only we can say. Just stick to those ones. Like gee willikers, gosh golly, darn it, right? Those are our words. Just hang on to those. Forget the other ones, dude. It's not that big of a deal, Mr. Joe Exotic. Ridiculous, man. Like, and since I've had so much time on my hands, you know, I've watched a couple of these Trump rallies that have been going on. And man, I noticed something like Trump rallies and Insane Clown Posse concerts are like one and the same, right? Go with me on this. Like, both of them are full of rednecks. They both grab people by the pussy, and they paint their faces too, right? Same thing, man. It's the same damn thing. I swear. Man, a couple of people were talking about weed earlier. Like, us weed smokers, we're gonna have to be careful. It's going to be dangerous to cough after all this, real dangerous. It's going to be like the new, you know, young bomb on an airplane or a fire in a movie theater.
Uh-oh.
Right? You get arrested for that shit, right? You're going to go in, somebody's like, oh man, what are you in for? I coughed in public, bro. I'm fucked up, man. It's true, man. Speaking of stoned, I don't know if you guys have a favorite snack when you smoke like I do, but I love Jelly Bellies, man. Ah, they're the best. But I have a dangerous favorite flavor. I like toasted coconut, and it's white with these little spots on it. So sometimes I'll grab my Jelly Belly, pop it in my mouth, like, oh yeah, it's about to be toasted coconut. No, surprise, motherfucker, buttered popcorn. Disgusting. Ruins my high every time. I gotta say, if you love buttered popcorn, you're a monster. That's all there is to it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but have you ever been so high that you put some Pop-Tarts in the toaster, kind of forgot you did it, and then when they went off, it scared the shit out of you? Yeah, me neither, man. It's never happened to me from the time ago, for sure. Now, I used to be a firefighter. I'm a retired fireman.
Yeah.
And, yeah, interesting segue there, right, from drugs to firefighter. Man, we had some crazy calls sometimes, like some nutty stuff, right? Like, for example, we had this call one time for an elderly woman with a broken hip, right? So we respond and we get there, and from a distance, her hip looks broken. So I walk up to her and I introduce myself. I tell her, ma'am, my name is Zach, I'm with the fire department. I'm going to take really good care of you. She says, okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is give you some morphine because it's going to hurt a lot when we move you. But in order to do that, I got to kind of feel around the break to make sure it's appropriate, right? She goes, okay. I said, now if anything I do hurts you, please let me know. So I start palpating her thigh. I'm right here, top of the thigh. Kind of work my way to the inside, feeling for the break. I get right about there. She goes, oh God. I was like, I'm so sorry now. What am I doing that's hurting you? Please tell me. She says, whatever you're doing feels wonderful. Don't stop.
Oh, shit.
Awkward. So the rest of the crew naturally, gets up out of the room and laughing, right? And at that point now, I'm stuck. I'm frozen there with my hand under her thigh, and I'm facing the choice at that point, guys. Now, I took an oath when I joined the fire department to protect my community, serve my community no matter what, right?
Yeah.
So I finished her.
Oh, damn.
Now, my hands smell like mothballs for like 3 to 4 weeks, but my food is still intact.
That's fucking gross.
And that is what matters. That is what matters. My food is still intact.
Good shit, bro.
Now, I'm a married guy. Don't know if anybody out there is married now, but when I first got married, I came into the family with a couple of nieces already. So I didn't get to know them right away. And we were all at the zoo one time. And I'm walking ahead with one of my nieces, getting to know her, talking with her, chatting with her. She's about 5 or 6 years old. And we get to the elephant exhibit. And as soon as you turn the corner, you can't help but to see what can only be called the world's largest elephant penis. Right? So she goes right away like, Uncle, is that a second trunk? I'm like, yep, sure is. Let's go find your mom. New uncle's not dealing with that, right? Then my wife rounds the corner about a minute later and she's like, oh my God, did you see that? I'm like, oh yeah, believe me, I saw Mr. Rectal. I said, you know what's crazy, sweetheart, is all these years I thought the only way to tell the difference between an Asian and an African elephant was their ears. And it turns out I was wrong, man. I was real wrong. All right, before my time is up, y'all, let me leave you guys on these couple right here, man. I don't know if anybody's got kids, right? But I got a daughter. She's awesome. She's amazing. She's a great kid. But just like any kid, she does a thing or two that upset me. Hers is like leaving the lights on all the time, right? But now, I've got that figured out now. I do, like, now when I put her to bed, guys, and she goes, Dad, would you leave all the lights on for me? I just lean in and I gently whisper in her ear, oh, sweetheart, you don't want Daddy to do that. The serial killer in your bed's going to find you for sure that way. I know, it's messed up, but it's very effective, guys. It's very effective. I'm sure I'm going to make up for that effectiveness in therapy cost someday, but that's a dice roll that I'm willing to take, y'all.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember. You guys remember the DARE program?
The DARE?
In the end, when it's all said and done, it was the 7 tap the wire. It was the best horse and the fastest horse in the race.
What?
Cool. I don't know what we're learning about. Some racing, huh? Awesome. All right. Well, on to the next one here. So,
Sorry,
anyways,
bro.
the DARE program. Yeah, DARE program. So I don't know if you guys remember that, but yeah, my daughter comes home from school a couple of weeks ago when we were still sending our kids to school. She goes, Dad, we learned about drugs in the DARE program today. I said, really? What'd you learn about? She says, well, Dad, we learned about cocaine. I said, come on, what do you know about cocaine? She says, I know they talk about it in that one rap song you like, Daddy.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, shit, you heard that, huh? Don't tell your mom. I go, what else did you learn? She goes, well, Dad, we learned that marijuana is a gateway drug. I said, first of all, don't call it marijuana. You sound like a narc. No kid is ever going to offer to smoke you out if you call it marijuana. Please refer to it as weed. I said, second of all, they're right. It is a gateway drug. It's a gateway to better food, better music, better sex, better everything.
Yup.
Yeah, it's more like dare to keep kids uncool, man.
Yep.
Right? Like, the only thing I learned from that program is the sweet t-shirt they give you when you finish, right? I mean, I still have it, to be honest with you. I never wear it in public, though, because I look like a nerd, but it is great to sit at home and smoke weed, man.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys, let me leave you on this one, man. I really appreciate y'all being here and checking it out. It's great to be able to do some comedy in all these crazy times, right? Like, so, I don't know, again, who all's married out there and everything like that, you guys, but I'm sure you know there's some big differences. Like, I'm a 12-year married guy, and there's a big difference between, like, some newlywed folks and some vet folks, right? Like me. Like, for example, you know, newlyweds, when your wife puts on a sexy pair of underwear, you're like, oh yeah, it's about to be a good night. Me the other day, my wife puts on a sexy pair in the morning, and I'm like, hey baby, how's it going? She's like, slow your roll, cowboy. It's my last clean pair. That's how it goes when you're married, man. That's all my time I want to do for you guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have an awesome night.
Oh, man. Hey, Zach, let's give Zach a round of applause. Thanks so much, bro. Thank you for doing this with us. I just met Zach, everybody, on Facebook, because that's where everybody cool meets. And he sent me a video, and I like what he did right here. There you go, brother, good job. It's not easy doing this shit in front of just a phone and just you and some people who pretend to be your friends online. No, man, good job, Doug. Good job. Oh, thank you. All right, everybody. Now we're gonna keep the show rolling. I've got the next guy for you. Very funny cat. He's starting out here in the El Paso underground, and he's been making some waves, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a round of applause to a very funny, very strange, very weird, and we love him like that, Mr. Rogelio Cias, everybody.
Love it there. This whole open mic experience is fucking crazy, you know? That's what we come down to, fucking COVID. COVID has led us to this bullshit, man. That's crazy. So like we can get I gotta get a cyber laugh. If I can get a couple of cyber laughs and a couple of heart shakes, heart lights, and thumbs ups, that'd be great. Very appreciated. I appreciate it, man. You did a good set. I love that set. Badass. You know what? Yeah, no, man. I made a couple of mistakes too in my life. I have a couple of kids. I have a son who's half black, half Mexican. So you know he's gonna be a hard worker, but late to work all the time. Before I wanted to become a comedian. I wanted to be a wrestler, but my wrestling moves were too dangerous. The league wouldn't let me in. My first move was the Bill Cosby sleeper, and the Bill Cosby sleeper. They just sleep like with nothing, with only touching them, and then they walk funny. And then I had the Christopher Reeves kick, like one chingazo, and he's paralyzed. Because that's how I do it. I just get one chingazo, boom, get paralyzed. Christopher Reeves. Oh yeah, no man, dude, the whole shit. Shit, I can't believe I didn't know I was gonna be so racist, but now everybody looks Chinese wearing those fucking masks. Be safe out there, guys. Wear condoms and wear masks, please. You know, that's what you say. We're booking numbers. We're booking numbers more than comedia, guys. Come on, keep the numbers down. Wear your masks, wear rubbers. No love, no sub. You know what it is. Oh yeah, no man. Before this, all my friends, they're like, they're successful people. You know, they're like lawyers, doctors. I was a food and beverage hospitality consultant before I lost my job. A waiter, if you want to be a dick about it. But yeah, no, you know, hospitality consultant. I kind of miss it. You know, just attending to those fat asses that order like extra meatballs, extra sandwiches, and then they want a salad and a Diet Coke, like it's gonna make a difference. Like, bitch, shut the fuck and go. Get real Coke. Speaking of fat asses, I don't know why fucking fat people trying to sell me Herbalife. I don't get that shit. Like, if it's not working for you, why is it gonna work for me? It's dumb. Yo, hi Kim, how are you? Can you see me, Kim?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, go. Yeah. Well, you guys don't know this, but I bought a secret guest by one of my secret guests. Yo, what up, niggas? Yo, how you niggas doing out there? He's very out there. He doesn't have a dad because he's a black bear. What you say, motherfucker? I just tell you, dog. I just tell you, it's just a fucking joke, man. Just chill. I was not like, hey, what up, Kimmy? Yo, holla at your boy, Kimmy. Just make it out. You know what it is, girl. Get the fuck out of here. So back to my set. Yeah, I know, man. It's been crazy. This whole fucking COVID bullshit, man. It's fucking retarded. But this is the time where I'm appreciating my kids, you know, because I think the coronavirus is like child support. You can't hide from it. It's gonna find you. And we need to find a vaccine. We need to find a vaccine and be safe, you know. So wear masks and wear condoms for the world, for all of us. Keep our pencil safe. And I'm gonna sell those and bumper stickers. Keep our pencil safe. Wear condoms and gloves. I'll start selling merches. But yeah, for the most part, that's crazy. Right now, my house is haunted. I tell you guys, my house is haunted. So I've been the lights have been turning off and on, and I thought it'd be cool if I could get some rent money from the ghost. So I pull out the Ouija board, and I was playing with the Ouija board, and I was like, could you chip in on the electric bill since you like turning on the lights? I know, man. The ghost was probably black because he just said hell no, and then he said goodbye. He didn't even say anything. I was like, what the fuck is fucking fighting with his ghost hoes and shit like this? Oh, and this whole time, man, stitches get you stitches. And I have another guest. Kim, I brought another guest. You want me to introduce you? My other guest?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna know because here he comes. It's the Kashi 6'9".
Little rat.
Hey man, this is my prison. Hey man, this is my prison partner. Okay, that's the name of the prison. Ain't that right, bitch? Oh, that is right. Oh, that's right. So yeah, for the most part, all this shit is crazy. What's going on? The whole fucking coronavirus. Just wear gloves, guys. Just gotta be safe out there, guys. It's fucking trippy. For the most part. Man, life is great, man. I'm trying to make the best. I'm trying to make the best out of it. Right now, sooner or later, I'm gonna have a condom balloon fight. I'm just getting so quarantined out, man. It's making me crazy. Look at me. I'm dressed as a fucking wrestler. It's making me crazy doing shit on open mics. What is crazy? This whole virtual mic shit. Hi, Jerry. Do you see me, Jerry?
Yes, I can.
It's his birthday. Happy birthday.
No, it's not.
Jerry Karnes, happy birthday,
it's not
man.
my birthday yet. It's not my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, no.
But it's not my birthday.
But for the most part, yeah, man, family, especially love your family, love your brothers and your sisters. I have 5 sisters and 1 brother, and then I found out my brother turned gay. How did I find out? He said he was craving 5 guys and then Whataburger after. I was like, what the fuck, Tony, you freak? Then fucker, ordering 5 guys and Whataburger after. But how did I find out he was real gay? I would order like a hamburger with chile. No, the fuck, order a burrito with chorizo. I was like, what the fuck, Tony? He's a super gay lord. That's fucking a dominant man. That's what I want to fuck with. I didn't say dominant man. Come on, man. This is not the right time to do this. But so for the most part, man, it's just I'm just so blessed to be alive, man. So I'm trying to make the best of. I'm trying to make the best of life. You know, I just know what it is. Collecting unemployment. Hell yeah, no, you fucking like it. Unemployment's the best. Not working, you don't do shit. You get bored, you know. I can't. I know, right? I like that face now. Yeah, I'm a scrub. Yeah, but fuck no, man. I just can't wait till the comedy opens up, man. We need the comedy open up back up. You know, it's crazy. All of us are losing jobs. I'm losing hair and my job. That's a double whammy, man. I think God's fucking me real order. You losing hair too?
No.
Yeah, you losing hair? Yeah, I know. I got the LeBron. Let me see. Oh, yeah, you got a few. You got a few shit. You got a couple sets. Yeah, it. No, I'm bald, man. I got the LeBron disease. I got the LeBron disease, man. I have more entradas than a Walmart. My shit's fucking, yeah, dude, fucking. I think I'm gonna be the Professor Xavier here of El Paso. Hey, if you ever want to, hey guys, if you guys ever want to see live mutants, stop by your local bus terminal. There's all these fucking crazy fuckers. One with a crazy eye coming out of the socket, a crooked nose, fucking people with weird teeth. You go watch out with those fuckers. Tell you that much, guys. Oh man. It's so beautiful. Okay, I got you. Cool. Yeah. So you women are beautiful. I just want to mention that all you women are beautiful. All of you guys. I love all types of women. I like women like I like my coffee, black and bitter. I like my women like I like my salsa, thick and chunky. You guys have a special heart in Roger's heart. I've been looking for love in all the wrong places. I tried eHarmony. I tried Christian Mingle. I even tried BlackPeopleMeet.com. I didn't get in. I didn't get in because I was black. I didn't get in because my credit score was too high. I was like, what the fuck? And I have bad credit score, man. My credit score is so bad that the banks don't even want to lend me the PIN. They're like, no, we can't trust this fucker. Let me see your ID and $500 down for a PIN. That's bullshit. Wake up, America. I guess that's my time, baby. Yo, guys, go ahead and say that. Oh, yo, what's up, yo, King boy, yo, Jerry Karnes, yo, squad, man. Right. The most part. Am I time?
Oh shit. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Rogelio. See us, everybody.
Cyber.
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, he is not lying. Look at that. Look at that. He is bored as fuck at home, and he is. Bro. You know you wear this, right? You wear this like before you go to bed, don't you?
I like to role play.
Yeah, sure you are.
I like to role play.
Hold on, bro. I'm setting up the camera, guys. Don't go anywhere yet. I'm almost done. I'm gonna set up the camera and record us together, okay?
I don't even want to stand up. You guys don't even want to see what I'm wearing.
Please don't.
Or Kim does. Yeah. You in for a special treat.
Why do you want to ruin her lunch or her dinner?
They used to come in winter snitch in high school. I didn't tell anybody that, but the truth came out.
Oh wow.
The truth came out.
All right. Here we go, folks. I'm gonna put all of you on the screen together. I don't know how I do that though. Here we go.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job, son.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. Hey, let's give these guys a round of applause, man. These guys worked hard. Look at them. She came out and wasted an hour being with us. Civic, did you have fun, Miss Kim?
Absolutely. I'm always a big fan.
You see? She had fun. She had fun. This is our first one.
It's much safer than going to a real show.
You see? It really is. I don't like.
Cyber world has led us to.
Yes, it has led us to this, Rogelio. That Captain Obvious. Is that you? Are you Captain Obvious tonight? Everybody at home, the coronavirus, bro. Say it right.
I should have brought my luchador mask, man. I got one.
You have
I
one?
brought it.
Oh my God, he's got a luchador mask. Am I the only one who doesn't?
They know me as El Guapo. No.
El Guapo?
Alex, we should tag team, dog. We should tag team. Not only in the ring, but with bitches.
Ah, cabrón. That goes against social distancing, fool. Hi, Rogelio. He didn't.
A cyber.
Yeah. Hey, your nipples are huge, Rogelio.
Hey.
I just saw your nipple.
$10 extra.
Nah. People have been wanting boobs on my show. Show us your boobs.
I'm gonna do like 10%.
This is for my cousin, Manny. Look, there's boobs. Ah, look at that. He just gave us a little Janet Jackson real quick.
Oh, a little bit, a tad bit. Not gonna lie. You know, I just don't want to.
There you go. Well, thank you guys, Zach, Miss Jennifer, Rogelio, Miss Kim. We had a couple other folks on there too, but they're still there. Cool. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us.
So awesome.
Thank you so much. You know what? Miss Kim, do me a favor. Tell your friends and family that we don't suck.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe
We need that.
we'll keep bringing more people onto the virtual crowds, and we'll have a good time. We'll party somehow.
Yeah, you know what? What's crazy is that I like how you shine light in a dark time like this. So it's badass, man, to be a part of it. Thank you.
Oh man, when things get back to normal, I'm definitely taking Rogelio on tour with me.
I'll be your hype man. Jerry has a full set of hair.
I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you all for joining us. That concludes our show. We can't do this without you guys. All I can tell you guys is hang in there, stay safe, and enjoy your quarantine. Till next time, everybody. Bye. Peace. Thank you guys.
You don't see a nigga in the crib, I can't see no nothing, I'll take it all, man.
Come on, Tom, don't be rubbing that shit. We're going live. People represent the song.
Bueno, ya, I'm ending the video.